Hi, I'm Carrie Fancett Pagels. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about my book, Lilac Cottage. This book was a Selah Awards second place winner last year in the Selah Awards category for contemporary women's fiction. So I was really happy about that. It's a sister book, the first book in the series, Butterfly Cottage, also won second place in the Selah Awards the year before. Well, no, 2 years before. This is part of the Mackinac Cottages series. I got inspired to write this story when I met a young lady named Rachel who got me thinking the what ifs. Like, what's her story? She was working locally, and I was like, I wonder what her story is, and so, we writers, what if? So what if she really lived up in one of the houses on West Bluff? What if, better yet, what if she was just camping out in one of those? That's what started the what if for this story. So the blurb is, Mackinac Island unexpected reunions. Out of options, Rachel Dunmara camps out at her deceased grandmother's cottage on Mackinac Island. Next door, her childhood nemesis, Jack Welling, is overseeing the remodeling of his family's West Bluff home. When Rachel's new boss at Lucky Bean, a local coffee shop, pushes her to work as Jack's assistant for her second job, because, basically on Mackinac Island, everybody's going to have a second job, 2 and 3 jobs in the summertime. Can she and her old foe mend their rift? Carrie Parker, widowed in the past year, returns to the island to share some new and some long-held shocking information with her son and to transition ownership of a resort to him. In a summer full of secrets that are finally revealed, can 3 families be healed? I'm going to read a little bit from the first chapter. I had fun with the little graphics too. One of my local Newberry, I grew up in Newberry, Michigan. Linda, an artist there, Linda Anderson Payne, she was the inspiration for the character that I put in the next book, in Tandem Cottage. And every time I see, tandem bikes now, I think of Linda, because I'm sorry, I diverge here. I'm diverging. But Linda is just such a great artist. And I made up in my head this artwork that she did. And maybe I'll get her to make it someday for real. Here's the prologue. And I think I better put on my new glasses that really make me look just the geek I really am. Chicago, January 2022. She stopped speaking. Not the words Rachel wanted to hear from the night shift nurse, who always gave Rachel the straight scoop on her grandmother. The RN's words slit Rachel's heart like a surgical scalpel. Talking with Graham had kept Rachel going. Oh God, now that I've found you, Abba Father, don't take her away from me. Are you all right? Nurse Nancy gently touched Rachel's shoulder. Rachel compressed her lips. If Graham never spoke again, then how could her world be all right? This failing woman had been her best friend and a better mother than her own mom. Graham had been her rock. Rachel drew in a slow, shuddering breath. Why don't you come sit down by her and hold her hand? Nancy pointed to the upholstered chair adjacent to the bed, at a spot Rachel knew well. She dipped her chin. The confusion and loneliness swirling in her head were worse than when the Admiral had left her and Mom. Her third stepfather, the Admiral, as she had called him, had been her favorite. Then he'd left them, promising Rachel he'd keep in touch. But he hadn't. She sniffed. How can I do this? How could she manage without Graham's practical advice, without the kindly woman's laughter that grounded her to the moment, keeping her from trailing off into her frequent reviews of choices and outcomes that left her feeling helpless and confused? Graham, it's Rachel. I'm here. No response. Graham lay curled on her side, away from her. Her grandmother normally woke when Rachel visited, almost daily, depending on her work and online college schedules. No, this can't be happening. Not now. I need you, Gram. Rachel scooched the chair closer to the bed. Still nothing. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little read. And the book is available in ebook. It's available in audiobook with the computerized reading, which is way better than what I do. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully you want to read the rest. Thanks for listening.